MULN, there could be a glimmer of hope here. I'm actually seeing some bullish signals. Let's go ahead and go over those within this video. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is ARCa coming at you with an MULN Automotive technicals, raw price action, and some candle analysis within this video. Okay, so before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa. But with that said, let's go ahead and dive right into the charts. Okay, so we are looking at MULN here in the 1 hour chart, and I have noticed that we have made actually a confirmation touch and a breakout confirmation out of this right angle triangle or descending triangle. Now, in order for us to gain a price objective for this triangle, we can actually take a trend line from the hypotenuse of the triangle down to the lowest point of the triangle, and we apply it to the point of breakout. So this was the candle where we broke out. So now putting the trend line right here to the hypotenuse, we can actually see that our top price objective has direct confluence with our one spot 272 at 22 cents. Okay, so this is a target that has not yet realized, and this could technically be it, you know, but honestly, this actually faced rejection from the top of this candle here. So I don't see this as complete just yet here. I do actually expect to see 22 cents for MULN if we're talking about discretionary measures within just raw price action analysis. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the next chart and see what we have. So this is the daily chart that we're looking at right here, and I wanted to point out that when we're talking about candles in particular, when we print an inverted hammer like this at the lower part of a trend, at the lowest part of a downtrend actually, and it being a daily candle closure, which is a higher term time frame, usually signals a potential reversal of trend. So in this case, since it is an inverted candle, we are looking at a potential upside based on this candle analysis by itself. Okay, so actually you can also see that the volume profile has been showing sell pressure, and we finally got an uptick in green buy pressure here. So there is what I called earlier, there is a glimmer of hope here. Okay, so now let's keep on moving down the line here so that we can see some more things that I want to talk to you about. Okay, so we're looking at the 12-hour RSI here, and the RSI has now confirmed two drives of bullish divergence, and those two drives could be in play right now. So this is a very good sign, especially for the fact that we are looking at this in the 12 hours. So it's very good that we're looking at it in the higher term time frame. I have mentioned this before, but I generally like to see divergences start to form within the 30 to 70% of the RSI. I don't usually like to see them form in the overbought or oversold zones, but since it is a bullish divergence and it is making a series of higher, actually maybe from this one from this touch here to this touch here could be what we can consider higher high formation. So lower high formation. So it is making that ascent. So there is the potential for a continuation onto the upside. Another thing to notice is that the 12-hour RSI has recently made a bullish cross above this pink line, which represents a 14-day moving average. Okay, so the RSI signal has moved above that moving average, and it's suggesting a continuation to the upside. Now, for the new viewers, I have made a diagram here. So let me just go ahead and move my charts to the other side, to the other screen, sorry, and come back here. I've made a diagram for the new viewers and new listeners so that you can be able to see the properties of my RSI setup. It is a regular RSI setup. I have 4 zones for us to be able to consider. 1, 2, 3, 4 zones are right over here for you to tag along and not get lost in translation. Okay, so yes, we are. Another thing to consider is that we are in the deep areas of the bear strength percentile, which usually means that we can't give it too much credit. Okay, there could be a downside to this as well, but like I said, we are now crossing the moving average and printing two primary drives of bullish divergence. I don't necessarily see this coming back down just yet. It could be there could be a continuation to the upside. Now let's go ahead and open up a multi-pane here so we can gauge a better understanding for price movement in the coming sessions. So we're going to open up the immediate short-term time frame, and it is suggesting a continuation to the downside. Now it is within the shallow areas of the bull strength percentile, and it could very likely jump into bull weakness percentile, but as you can see right over here, we've actually been using the moving average as a form of support. So this could likely be a very short-term pullback for accumulation before a continuation onto the upside. So now let's look at the buy hourly. The buy hourly is absolutely in a bullish formation. It is suggesting a continuation onto the upside. It has broken outside of the bear strength percentile. It is in the shallow areas now of the bear weakness percentile, which means that we're likely to be gravitated right into bull weakness percentile. This is a good sign. Okay, so now the 6-hour RSI is now approaching the shallow areas of the bear strength percentile, which likely means that we are likely to be gravitated right into bull weakness percentile. So this is also looking good. Now the daily RSI is suggesting a continuation to the upside here. Now we do have to practice some risk management here for the fact that we are we are pivoting to the upside, but like I said, when we're in the deep areas here, we are likely to be gravitated into the next zone. In this particular zone would be the oversold percentile. So I mean, I'm not saying that this is gonna fail. I'm just expressing the warning. Okay, so we have to be able to know the risks before we trade it. But yeah, you guys. So considering the suggestions here, it is. It looks like we could face just a small pullback here to potential. You know, we're well within the golden zone here, the golden pocket, which is located between the 0.382 and the 0.618 Fibonacci ratios. This area here is a very important area, so we're well within it. So we could potentially face a pullback to the 20-cent area, 2030 to 2004 to be exact, before a continuation onto the upside. Thus, fulfilling our price objective of 22 cents. We are in the hourly chart, so we do have to practice some caution within that as well. Usually smaller time frames present a bigger risk. Okay, but yeah, I'm honestly seeing short-term pullback before upside for MULN. It's looking pretty good for MULN right now, you guys. Okay, if you have any questions or concerns, always reach out to me on Discord or Twitter. I'm likely to reply. I try to reply to everyone, but it's getting a little more difficult because the crowd is getting a little bit bigger, but I still really do try my best to reply. Know that I'm not a financial advisor. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as a form of entertainment. Okay, do your own DD, because I can't actually suggest for you to buy or sell any assets, and we'll be okay. All right, you guys, but with that said, I wish you a good night. I wish you the best, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.